Hello everyone and welcome back to a new video. Shawn's the name and YouTube's the game today. We're talking about YouTube money. Now, when we constantly see articles posted by mainstream media about how some creators are making $26 million a year, it makes everyone think that all YouTubers are like this, aka assholes. And in reality, that's not necessarily the case. Now, in the past, I made a video that shows how much one view makes a creator on YouTube. And it was like a tiny bit popular, so today I figured I'd break down how much per hour a YouTuber makes on average. And spoiler alert, it's not as much as you'd think. Okay, so first of all, we're not going to be focusing on the mega YouTubers who are madly successful on the platform because most of them have teams that kind of do a lot of the heavy lifting for them. You know, we're talking like the filming and the shooting and the editing and the thumbnail creation and the uploading and the post-production and all that stuff is usually done by a team and not necessarily that YouTube creator themselves. So it's kind of hard to take into account how many hours they specifically spend because most of the time, again, they've got plenty of teams. So today we're going to be focusing on the average YouTuber who is doing all of the work themselves. Plus, if we were to focus on the mega successful YouTubers, that's like the 1%. If we were to analyze them, that's as if we were analyzing Jeff Bezos and saying that all entrepreneurs make as much of an hourly wage as Jeff Bezos does, which is absolutely insane. Like, that man's hourly pay is $37,737,069.29 an hour, based on a 40-hour work week. I'm sorry, but the average entrepreneur is making $24.42 an hour, and that's if they're successful. 65% of new businesses fail within the first 15 years. And when it comes to YouTube, it's an even wider gap, as 99.9962% of channels never reach 100,000 subscribers. That's besides the point though. What I'm getting at is you can't compare the best of the best to the average because it's obviously going to be mega skewed. So today we're going to be focusing on the average YouTuber, I guess if you want to call that, who's pretty much between the range of 100,000 subscribers and about 1 million subscribers, who are pretty much averaging 1 million views a month to about 10 million views a month, and they're doing pretty much everything in the video creation process, which again is the average YouTuber on here. Now, a couple things to keep in mind while we are using kind of a big range today is because a lot of stuff is going to heavily depend on the specific channel's content. Like, I've been on YouTube since 2009, and these are kind of the big averages between those kind of figures of 100,000 to 1 million. But every single channel is completely different. Every channel has a different upload schedule. Every channel has a different video length duration. So the time that it takes to create a specific video for like a gaming channel who's going to do a walkthrough or let's play is going to be completely different than from like a pranking or vlogging or skit channel. But all right, let's get into the actual math in determining how much an average YouTuber makes per hour on the platform. And I'd really recommend checking out socialblade.com to get some more accurate figures for specific YouTubers. You can kind of search someone's username and find out their specific statistics. But let's get into the math. Okay, here's what we're going to assume. We're going to assume that the average creator is uploading about 4 times a week. Now, remember what I said about each specific channel is going to kind of change depending on how much time it takes to make that specific type of content. So, for example, a gaming kind of let's play video is going to take probably only 2 hours to record and edit, maybe 30 minutes for a thumbnail and 30 minutes to kind of upload it, schedule it out, get all your right tags, descriptions, all that kind of good stuff. So you're looking at probably only 3 hours to make one of those types of videos. Now, on the flip side, when you're creating vlogs and live skits and pranks or any type of kind of content that's created in live action, that's going to take a lot more time for that creator. So on average, it'll probably take 4 hours to kind of just film and shoot. It's going to take probably 7 hours to edit because you're going to have a lot of content. You're going to boil it down into a much more concise video. And then again, 30 minutes to kind of make your thumbnail, 30 minutes to kind of upload it and get it all kind of good for post-production type stuff. So you're looking at about, what is that, 12 hours? Yeah, 12 hours or something like that. So again, that's going to vary tremendously. If you look at some like Peter McKinnon films, those are going to take weeks to probably make. And then if you look at kind of some other like cheesier prank videos, those might only take a couple hours. So that's a good average, is about 12 hours on that. So if we kind of take them, combine them, the two, that's got 3 hours for a gaming video, 12 hours for kind of a live action shot video. And then you kind of take the average of that. So 7.5 hours is actually pretty reasonable, because as you create your content over and over again and you're getting better at it and fine tuning your craft, you're going to really, streamline the process. And 7.5 hours seems like a pretty reasonable timetable. Now, when I make these videos, these ones might take me 5 to 6 hours because it's one shot and I'm not really moving the camera at all. So it's a little bit easier. But I would say about 7.5 hours to create a video on YouTube is a good average. Some people might think that that's really long. Some people might think that that's really short and it takes much more time. But again, we're focusing on the average. So to recap, 7.5 hours per video, 4 videos a week. Now let's actually do some math. If you've seen my video on how much a creator will earn per view on YouTube, you'll learn that after breaking everything down, it averages out to be about 0.0029 cents per view. About a quarter of a penny. But that video was actually posted at the beginning of 2018, and ad rates are constantly getting better on the platform. So using the same process I did in that video, we're now at about 0.0048 cents per view at the time of this video, about a half of a penny. So if the average creator gets about 1 million to 10 million views a month, that means they earn about $4,800 a month to $48,000 a month, or $57,600 to $576,000 a year. But okay, now if the average YouTube creator spends about 30 hours a week on their craft, which is just, the amount of videos times the hours per video, that means they get paid anywhere from $36.92 an hour to $369.23 an hour. That's actually pretty legit, considering that some of the best paying professions in the United States can actually be lower than YouTube. I mean, we're talking some of the most high paid individuals and professions could actually be lower than YouTube, which is funny to actually think about. So all this sounds pretty good because it's only accounting for YouTube ad revenue. It's not accounting for merchandise sales and brand deals and whatever else a YouTuber usually has going on. So it sounds pretty awesome, right? You're setting your own schedule, you're only working 30 hours a week, and you're making some pretty good money. But what it doesn't account for is the fact that if you don't work that week, you don't necessarily get paid on any new content because there isn't any new content. Sure, you're going to get paid on the content you've made weeks and months and years ago, right? Because it's just a building thing that you get paid for until pretty much the end of time. But if you want to continue to grow and continue to up your earnings, you're going to need to continue to work. That means you don't get paid vacation, you don't get paid sick leave, you don't really get any days off. You're your own entrepreneur. That also means you don't get benefits, 401k, medical insurance, any of that other stuff you'd get at a normal job. You also aren't building a retirement. So pretty much all of your income needs to be spent really wisely, because once you're kind of done with YouTube, well, you don't really have anything saved up. So you need to spend your money wisely. And then the biggest thing that doesn't account for is taxes. All of that income is going to be pre-tax. At the end of the year, you're going to have to be paying most likely about 25% in taxes going in Uncle Sam's pocket. So again, those are kind of some things you need to think about when you see that hourly rate. But even if we factor in the 25% tax payment you're going to make, that means you're pretty much netting $27.69 per hour to $276.92, which is still pretty good. So when it comes to hourly rates, it's still not bad, but again, to get to that average YouTuber kind of 100,000 subscribers or more, you're going to be working for free a lot. You're not going to be making that pay right away. It's not a job where you just get a job, job offer letter and you're like, I'm making 30 bucks an hour, 300 bucks an hour, whatever. It's a giant grind and build, but it could be worth it because a lot of top professions aren't making that much money. But if you wanted to start YouTube and not quite sure where to get going, then check out the link in the description. I've got a YouTube playlist on here with all sorts of great free resources and kind of learning how to get going, how to get your channel moving, how to start making some good money, how to start, growing your channel. So I highly recommend you check that out. And then if you want to really take it to the next level, actually make some good money, get into that 6-figure range, then I recommend checking out my online masterclass. I'll also leave that linked down below for you. Either way, I hope you learned something new in this video. This is what the average YouTuber makes on the platform. Was it more or less than what you thought? Let me know in the comments down below. And I'd really appreciate it if you did enjoy the video too. Please hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content like this. I love making videos like this. I love sharing it with you. yeah, so that's gonna be it for this video. I will see you in the next one.